continue here now. The ANC Youth League in the Northern Cape is holding its 9th Provincial Congress. The 3-day Congress was officially opened by the League's task team convener, Nonceba Mhlauli, who called it a historic moment for the League. Mhlauli challenged the Youth League to not only focus on electing new leaders, but also have robust discussions on the role of what she calls the relaunched Youth League. She took a jab at those who say the Youth League is dead.
And this is the most historic because it is in fact the first time that we are re-establishing the Youth League during or under the democratic dispensation. Some people are saying that why do you even bother re-establishing this organization? It is dead. There's no way that you are going to revive it. Those very same people who are saying that are shivering where they are, precisely because they know the power of organized young people under the banner of the ANC.
Well, the ANC Youth League task team in Limpopo says it's ready to hand over the baton to the new leadership that will be elected during the conference in Mokopane. The Youth League concluded its regional elective conference in March after being under a task team for the past 3 years. The outcome of the conference might have a bearing on who the province supports at the Provincial Elective Conference in June and National Elective Conference in December. SABC News reporter Pimani Baloyi has the story for us.
About 600 delegates have gathered here at a private lodge in Mokopane in Limpopo. They are members of the ANC Youth League in the province. This is part of an elective conference that got underway yesterday and is scheduled to end tomorrow. These delegates are expected to vote in leadership of the ANC Youth League. As our viewers might recall, it's been 3 years since the ANC Youth League has had an elective conference, and there was a task team that was running affairs for the Youth League in the province. I'm going to speak to one of the delegates here to find out how they're feeling. Mr. Isaac Mahlangu. Mahlangu, you're part of the delegates from Waterberg who are going to be voting here today. It's been 3 years of not having an elective conference as the Youth League. How are you feeling about this gathering today?
We as the Youth League of Waterberg, we are very excited and enchanted that we are today, after so many years, are going to be given an opportunity to elect the leadership of the African National Congress. Bear in mind, the ANC in Limpopo has got a history of revolutionizing the politics of the Youth League. You will know Peter Mokaba comes from this province. You will know that the former President Julius Malema, who is now with the EFF, was a leader of the ANC from this province. We had Ndrudi Pela from this province. We had Joe Maswanganyi from this province. So the Youth League of Limpopo is known to revolutionize and impact the politics of the Youth League of this country quite a lot. So we are also thinking that because today we are going to be the first province that is going to be embarking on this journey of reviving the Youth League, that we are also going to do that as we would have done previously. This is an opportunity for us to set the tone of what is going to happen in the politics of the Youth League in the province and in the politics of the Youth League in this country as a whole, and hopefully that will extend across and beyond the borders of the country.
There's been criticism around the Youth League saying it's no longer in existence, that it's not representing young people on the ground. What would be your response? Is this really necessary? Is there need for the Youth League in the country anymore?
The Youth League is a very necessary body and embodiment within the body politics of the ANC and the country. We must also take into cognizance that from its inception in 1944, the program of action that was initially adopted by the African National Congress was a program that was initiated by the Youth League. We also have a situation whereby the programs that we are now struggling with, or we are lobbying from the government and the ANC-led government, are programs that were initiated by the Youth League. We're speaking about nationalization of mines. We are speaking about the issue of the commodification of higher education. We are speaking about the issue of land. Those issues were primarily programs of the African National Congress Youth League, and to date those programs are resonant with this country as a whole, and other organizations have decided to try to make those particular programs their own. But we know the inception of those programs, and we conceptualize them better than anybody, even though there will be people who will make more noise than us. But the inception thereof and how those particular programs can be implemented in such a manner that they are able to embody and assist the majority of young people and society as a whole, that is going to come from us. But even those leaders of the African National Congress today, that we feel to some extent some of them have got the necessary capacity to assist the organization to evolve in such a manner that they are able to reposition and reposture government. They are students of this glorious ANC Youth League. So to say that the organization is dead, the organization no longer exists, I think it's an utopian dream by detractors who feel threatened by the presence of the Youth League in the body politics of the country.
Thank you so much. That's Isaac Mhlauli taking us through why he feels it's significant for the ANC Youth League to remain a very resolute organization within the ANC. But I must also add, there are also stakeholders, members of the Tripartite Alliance, who are here to support the Youth League as it goes through this elective conference here in Limpopo. And there are also guests that come from ANC Youth League structures from other provinces. I'm going to be joined in by another one right now, Mr. Tuko Masemula from the Gauteng Youth League in Gauteng. Mr. Masemula, take me through your reasons why you are here.
Good morning to your viewers. Yes, we come from the Gauteng province, and some of us, including me, learned our ideology here. This is home for us. I'm from Polokwane, my birthplace. And when we come here, we talk about energy. Mr. Mhlauli talked about how this sets the tone. So it's very important that we show support, because it's part of when we support each other as young people. It helps. This is part of the renewal that we are talking about. You see, so no province is an island on its own. We're all going to work together. And there's also a conference happening in Northern Cape as well, so it's happened simultaneously with this one in Limpopo. So it's very important. These conferences, they set the tone for everything. And for us here, showing support, being here, and also engaging. There are some issues actually which are the same happening here, and they're the same. Reviving activism among young people, reviving interests among young people. In being the change that we want to see. So, and as comrades in Limpopo see that we're supporting them, and it also helps. If we support each other, we can do this. We can go to national conference. Some of the issues actually which maybe you would have fought each other for national conference, these are the issues you iron out as we understand our different dynamics.
Thank you so much, Mr. Masemula. That's Tuko Masemula from the ANC Youth League in Gauteng, who's part of the team that has been forwarded to this province to ensure that there's a fair and process that happens in the voting that is expected to happen inside this hall. As I stated earlier, the conference started yesterday. There was a registration process that happened yesterday. The convener of the province told us that they expect today to run smoothly as they elect the top 5 leaders of this structure in the province, as well as additional leaders. As I stated earlier as well, there are about 600 delegates who have been vetted and were registered yesterday and have full credentials to participate in the voting process that is expected to take place today. For now, we'll hand back to you in studio.